She's been living with me for 2 months now. We're going into our 90 days, and my experience with Roxy has been wonderful. I absolutely love her. She is definitely a key component of our family. But if you notice, I've been doing a lot of videos about, if you're thinking about getting a guide dog, what to expect when you get home. So this video is going to be about if you should buy your guide dog toys. Now, I want to give a disclaimer. Each breed, each personality of each dog is totally different. This is my experience with my dog, and how so far from her personality and things I've noticed about how she does when she's on the clock with her harness versus when she has her harness off, what liberties I can give her. It's very, very, very important to be extremely in tune with your dog, so that way you're not undermining the training that they got while they were trained at the blind school. That's my disclaimer. Not all dogs are the same, so you may have to tailor play according to your dog, just to make sure they understand not to put you in danger or not to put you in a safe situation if you introduce a certain toy or play in their environment. So with that said and done, with Roxy, I know with my school, the first 6 weeks you go home, you're supposed to have them on the leash, and so that way they are following with you everywhere, and that way it prevents any curiosity of, because they're a dog, of going through the trash, chewing things up, because with every new environment, dogs express stress in different ways. So that 6 week tethering on a leash basically helps them understand that you're there, you're not leaving them anywhere, and kind of safety for them and for yourself to keep them out of trouble. Now with Roxy, when she first got home, her personality, she is a superstar. She's extremely laid back like I am. That's why I think my blind school placed me with her, because our personalities are about the same. We're extremely laid back, we're extremely playful, loving, we aim to please. Those traits are me, those traits are her. So the first time we came home, she was on the leash for 3 weeks. After that, I was able to take her off leash just from the cues she was giving me. She has not torn up anything. She hasn't tried to get in the trash. Like I said, I'm very diligent with my obedience, making sure that we walk with the harness every day, make sure that I expose her to public places, work, etc., etc. So she gets stimulation with her work side a lot. She's always working. I think she's working more than relaxing. But when we are off the clock and she's not in her harness, I do introduce toys. And she does have a toy box and she loves to play. I do have balls. I have Nyla Bones, and the Nyla Bones is the toys I got from the school. They did teach us how to do a control play. You really don't want to introduce tug of war, things of that nature, in regards to who's more of the leader versus, are you the leader or your dog's the leader. Tug of war can kind of give mixed messages if you play like that. But I have introduced ball play. I have introduced throwing a ball, fetch, her bringing it back to me, and I kind of use that part of my obedience training. I've taught her additional obedience of drop it, sit, calm, down, during play. So she may be extremely excited, but the minute I say command, she understands and she drops it. And she understands that I'm still the pack leader. So I like to get her excited and play and just run around, but I also rein it in and I say, hey, no, sit. Let her calm herself down, and then we can initiate play again. So I think it's really important to play with your dog. You can't have them working 24/7. They should have a high quality of life, because not only are they giving you a high quality of life of independence, you should also show their love, not just always constantly giving them commands or correcting them, but when they're a dog, to love them. I mean, to let them be a dog. Love them, cherish them, and tell them that, hey, you matter and I appreciate what you're doing for me. So I know with my school they did advise not to play fetch or catch, because you know, if you're on the street or if you're walking and there's some kids or somebody throwing the ball and your dog's already like, ooh, ball, and goes for it, it may put you in danger. That's why it's so important to know your dog. Roxy would never do that to me. We have been in many situations where I'm walking past schools or libraries with kids playing with different balls, and she's on task. She knows with that harness, it's not time to play. It's time to get mommy safe to point A to point B. So my relationship with Roxy, I know her. So what I may be able to do with my dog, you may not be able to do with yours. That's why it's so important to know the personality, to know how your dog reacts with that distractions while they're at work. Because if you notice that they're in a harness and they see a ball and they're distracted, you can't do that type of play anymore. You may be able to do the ball and roll it softly, like a controlled play, like I stated, but throwing it and having them fetch and come back, that may not be the best thing for you to do. So I'm gonna go ahead in the next clip show you Roxy's toy box of her goodies, and she knows where it is, and she actually goes in and gets her toys if she wants to play, and just a couple of things that she has in her toy box. But like I always say, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be you, stay true, and be naturally seen. Bye. So here's a couple of her toys. This is her toy box. It lives in that corner. She has some toys upstairs and a couple of toys outside, but I just want to give you the general idea. She does have fluffies with a couple of squeakers, and yes, she has killed several. These are the Nyla bones, pretty indestructible. Really like these better than the rawhide. Rawhide is a choking hazard, so I would never give that to my dog. But the Nyla bones are pretty fun, and if you can see, she has gone to town. I bought 2 from the school, and since then I have bought many more. I do have a Kong. These are very popular, and basically you fill them in with treats, and it's like a challenging game for them because they have to figure out how to get the treats out of it. So I do have that, and they're pretty indestructible as well. A Frisbee, a pool toy. This is like a tire situation. She has several balls. Like I said, they're all outside. Yep, she likes the ends. And because she got nice teeth, you want to make sure you get the proper toy for your dog. If you feel that they are able to play and work, you know, while they have the harness off. And a Frisbee. So if you see, she's like, Mommy, are we about to play? So I hope that helps, guys. If you have any other questions, I know this video was pretty quick, please leave it in the description box below, and I'll definitely answer any questions you may have. Because I know play and having a guide dog is a very, very touchy subject, if you should or shouldn't. But this is my philosophy. Depending on your dog, if they show signs that they know when they're working not to mess around, and when they play, they are able to handle it, I think it's important for their quality of life, to be honest. But I hope you guys enjoy, and see you in the next video. Bye.